In the last 10 years, us football fans have been extremely lucky to have witnessed some of the greatest strikers of our generation. From Luis Suarez to Karim Benzema to Sergio Aguero to Edinson Cavani, these are just a few names that spring to mind when we talk about the most consistent strikers of the last 10 years. Luis Suarez plundered goals for Liverpool and then carried that form to Barcelona and became one of the all-time leading goal scorers for La Blaugrana. Aguero moved to Man City and was instrumental in helping the citizens win their first Premier League trophy. The Argentine international scores at a phenomenal rate, and though he has some injury concerns these days, he's still one of the best strikers around. Edinson Cavani is a history maker at Paris Saint-Germain. The Uruguayan is the club's all-time leading goal scorer, and now at Man United is likely to score a few more before he ends what has been an amazing European journey for El Matador. Poland international Robert Lewandowski is also one of those stars, and perhaps far ahead of his contemporaries. The immensely talented striker was once again in free-scoring form for Bayern Munich, for whom he scored 34 goals in 31 Bundesliga games as the Bavarians romped to yet another domestic title. The Pole's unearthly displays have not been confined to just Germany either. The striker had already plundered 14 goals in 8 Champions League matches before Hansi Flick's men even played the semi-final of the Champions League. It's really sad that there wasn't any Ballon d'Or for last season, because under normal circumstances, Lewandowski would arguably be winning the award based on his consistent performances. However, we still have the Best FIFA Men's Player award. This particular accolade has been won twice by Ronaldo and once by Messi and Luka Modric since its inception in 2016. This year, it would be a shame if the award ends up finding its way to anyone other than Lewandowski. The 32-year-old is now the all-time leading foreign goalscorer in the Bundesliga and has been scoring goals at a phenomenal rate since arriving in Germany back in 2010. In fact, over the last decade, Lewandowski has been scoring a goal once every 109 Bundesliga minutes. Let's not even talk about the previous season for now. Let's discuss how the current 2020-21 campaign has been for the Polish international so far. Lewandowski has featured in 5 Bundesliga games and already has scored an astonishing 10 goals for the Bavarians and even taken some time out to provide 3 goals to his teammates. Can you think of any other striker in Europe's top 5 leagues who's done this? We don't think so. While we are going through quite an exciting period of football where we get to see the rise of Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, Marcus Rashford, Timo Werner, who are all serial goal-getters, none of these players are anywhere near the scoring exploits of the 32-year-old striker. At the age of 32, many strikers start running out of steam, but Lewandowski, just like Zlatan Ibrahimovic, appears to be timeless and continues to get better with each passing week. The former Borussia Dortmund striker continues scoring goals at a frightening pace, and his form has ensured that Bayern Munich are always in the hunt for top domestic honours while continuing their relentless pursuit of continental and global supremacy. Lewandowski has been compared to another Bayern Munich great, Gerd Müller. The former Germany international plundered goals for the Bundesliga giants on a regular basis without ever breaking his stride. Lewandowski has been chasing Müller's records for a while now, and there's one particular record that he might eventually break. The legendary striker once scored more than 40 goals in the league, and for many years that record was safe, but with the Pole, there are chances that his tally might be matched at the very least. Speaking to media a few days back, Bayern Munich president Uli Hoeneß said that while the Pole isn't exactly like Müller, he might end up breaking Müller's record. Robert Lewandowski is definitely a great striker, and it could even be that he breaks Gerd's Bundesliga record of 40 goals this season, but he doesn't score goals like Gerd with his shin, chest, or with his knee. Indeed, during his playing days, Müller was a unique finisher. He could finish things off with every part of his body. Throughout his career, Müller did score a lot of scrappy goals, but at the end of the day, it's the number of goals you score that matters. Football has changed a lot since then, but the dynamics of scoring are the same, albeit more cultured and improvised. Gerd didn't care how he got the ball in, he just had to somehow get it across the line. Robert shoots the thing into the net. With Gerd, the ball often stayed just inches over the goal line. It was way back during the 2010-11 campaign when Lewandowski last failed to score 20 goals across all competitions. We're sure that the experienced striker took an offence to his performances from that season because since then, he's always scored at least 20 goals in all competitions every campaign. In the last 7 seasons since then, he's scored more than 30 goals, and in 5 of those seasons, he's either hit or surpassed the 40-goal mark. We're looking at footballing royalty, and if you feel that this isn't the case, please do try to convince us otherwise. But Leva's contributions are more than about scoring goals, something that you would expect from a striker as brilliant as him. The Pole is a complete team player, setting up roughly 120 assists in almost 600 games. This means that Lewandowski averages an assist every 5 games, which is the sort of rate any good attacking midfielder would be proud of. In fact, during the recent dismantling of Chelsea in the Champions League, Robert Lewandowski was involved in all 7 of Bayern Munich's goals over the course of the 2 legs of the competition. In those games, he scored 3 and laid on another 4, which is a jaw-dropping stat. While these days we've been talking considerably about how good Man United star Bruno Fernandes is at taking penalties, the Portugal international has a lot of work ahead of him if he's to match Lewandowski's exploits from 12 yards. The Pole has stepped up to take 53 penalties in his career and has only missed 5. No other player in the 21st century boasts a better conversion rate. Lewandowski has been able to do well in big games because he's rarely fazed by the prospect of facing the creme de la creme of football. For instance, during a Champions League semi-final game against Real Madrid in 2013, the Pole scored 4 goals. How many players have ever been able to do that? Only a few years ago, in a league game against Wolfsburg, Bayern were down 1-0. Lewandowski came off the bench and ended up scoring 5 goals in just 9 minutes. The 5th goal was an absolute peach, an overhead kick that left even Pep Guardiola putting his hands on his head in disbelief. When it comes to enjoying a Champions League experience, there's no one better at that than the Polish striker. Lewandowski is now the 4th highest scorer in the competition after he overtook Benzema in the 8-2 mauling of Barcelona. The former Dortmund man has scored 66 goals in the Champions League, right up until the game against Barcelona, and averages 1 goal every 1.3 games, which is a really good rate. Another great thing about Lewandowski is that he's been in great shape throughout his career. The striker is a consummate professional, and a great work ethic is what's helped him keep his fitness levels at their peak. Lewandowski's injury record is very reliable as well. Throughout his Bayern career, he's only missed 15 games due to injury. This is definitely something you don't get to see a lot these days. Players do tend to be a little careless at times and don't put in extra effort to stay in shape during breaks. Lewandowski, on the other hand, is very focused, and you might have never seen him start a pre-season out of shape. While at the international stage he might not be winning trophies with Poland, the striker has done more than enough for the national side. In 112 games, he scored 61 goals. At the age of 32, you might be forgiven for thinking that perhaps those legs have clocked enough miles already, but that's not the case with Lewandowski, as he's continued plundering goals consistently regardless of the opposition. He simply keeps getting better with age, which is a rather unique thing to witness these days. The 32-year-old's style is not really unique either. He's quick but doesn't boast superhuman speed. He won't be beating 5 players to score a goal. However, what sets Lewandowski apart is his ability to release a shot as quickly as possible with minimum effort. The sorts of goals he scores are typically quick efforts that don't allow defenders or the goalkeeper enough time to run a prediction scenario in their heads. Such is the technical brilliance of Lewandowski that he's able to hold his own against the very best defenders in the game. Moreover, the Pole's supreme spatial awareness further allows him to make intelligent runs to make himself available to his teammates. Marking the striker is not an easy task since he's a very mobile striker, but perhaps one of the best things about him is that he doesn't mind dropping in a little deep and helping him build up play. Bayern Munich use numerical advantage during the offensive part of the game, which is why it's imperative for all the attacking players to pitch in. No wonder Lewandowski is such a crucial part of the starting 11. His ability to score goals, create opportunities and be part of the build-up play make him one of the most well-rounded strikers in the game today.